What's up, YouTube? This is Chris. I'm a hiking enthusiast from Poland. In my last video I did my summer gear loadout, and today I want to share with you all the improvements I've made since then, plus how I prepared myself for colder weather when hiking Eagle's Nest Trail in October. So let's go! So as I said in the intro, I want to share with you things I replaced, additional accessories, and also things I completely get rid of. So maybe it will be helpful to you when preparing for your hikes. So let's start with the backpack. After all the issues I had with Salomon Week Out, I decided to try ultralight backpack from local cottage company, OnMyWay. I have ordered Hiker 1 30-liter backpack in black, that is made from Xpac material. On the website they claim that weight is 700 grams, but on my scale, even without the back stiffener, I got 890 grams. It's close to Salomon's pack that weighs only 815 grams. Having said that, the weight is not everything when the backpack is not comfortable. Comfort of Hiker 1 is off the scale when it comes to carrying the load. I think that Salomon backpack is designed to be carried on your shoulders, where OnMyWay can transfer the weight to your hips in such a way that pack feels like half the weight. Now the shelter. During the summer I used Lanshan 1 Pro in grey. It was really good tent, but in the sun it was almost white. It's not the best option if you plan doing stealth camping, like what I had in mind. So I ordered the same tent in khaki color. That is much darker and allows you to hide in the forest without going too far from the trail. To make the tent extra stealthy, I got this ultralight net from AliExpress. The piece I used with lines weighs only 60 grams and it makes my tent just invisible, even from few steps away. Also for this trip I have replaced the original aluminium tent stakes that weigh 11 grams each with set made out of titanium that are just 6 grams each. This upgrade saved me carrying 30 grams in total. So the next big change were the shoes. As I mentioned in my last video, my Salomon X Ultra shoes were not so comfortable during my walk in the summer. But don't get me wrong, those are an awesome shoes with excellent sole that I tested many times during my shorter hikes in the mountains, but not when hiking on the relatively flat surface for over 30 kilometers per day in very hot conditions. My feet just hated them. Because of the hype surrounding Ultra brand, I decided to try them on. I got a really good deal on Superior 4. I tested them on few day hikes, and after walking for 40 kilometers per day, I realized what was the hype all about. I love the soft sole, the white toe box made my feet very happy, and the zero drop required a bit of getting used to, but after a few walks they felt quite normal. So the one thing that bothered me were the very long shoelaces, but they were still okay, they didn't get in the way during my walk. Also I got original Ultra gaiters, but actually I haven't used them that much and still considering if I should keep on taking them on future hikes. Because of not very good forecast, I had to swap my Frog Talks emergency poncho to something better to keep me dry on the trail. So I picked up North Face Goretex rain jacket. That was really good as it was raining almost whole trip. It didn't really keep me dry but allowed the moisture to evaporate from my skin. And in general it was a good choice for this trip. I was considering taking my ultralight hiking umbrella, but because of the improving forecast I took it out in the last minute from my pack. It's very light, but it's still 130 grams in my backpack. And the last piece of rain gear was this 3F UL rain skirt. but I used it not only to protect my legs from heavy rain, but also to gather rainwater, also as a seat pad, and also to protect the bottom of my tent when camping on a rough ground. In my last video, I was sharing with you how much I love this Helikon-Tex hiking shirt. Because of that, I decided to get another Helikon-Tex shirt, but a little bit warmer, to use it as an extra layer to protect me against the cold during the hike. So this shirt is also made from synthetic fibers. It's also stretchy, but it's very breathable, but it doesn't provide wind protection like the other one. It's a great piece of clothing, but I'm not as impressed as with the shirt I use in the summer. Against all the advice, I got some dry bags to store my stuff when hiking. For some time I was leaving most stuff sacks at home and used trash bags and some light supermarket bags to store things in my backpack. Most of the time it was a disaster, and those bags were ripping easily, food was all over my clothes, wet tent was making everything else wet. Finding anything was a nightmare. So in October I used 3 bags that were simply a true game changer. I used 2 Lifeventure ultralight dry bags, 15-liter one weighing 44 grams and 5-liter weighing 24 grams. Both made of very thin seal nylon. In larger one I kept all stuff that needed to be dry, like clothes and sleeping system. Smaller was for my cook system. I kept food in bareback from Wild Sky Gear. It's made out of heavy-duty DCF or Dyneema and weighing 39 grams. This setup allowed me to keep everything dry, clean and organized. I'm not going back to trash bags in any near future. In October I have made 3 minor upgrades to my cook system. First of all, I got this small microfiber cloth that was super handy. It helped me to keep my cook system clean, plus it padded stuff when in transport, so no more rattling sounds from my backpack when walking. I have finally got BRS 3000 titanium stove that weighs only 25 grams. It's almost half the weight of my old stainless steel stove weighing 42 grams. There's not much more to say about it. It worked as expected during my last hike. Last new item is just piece of heavy-duty aluminium foil wrap used as ultralight windscreen. It's not the best solution as it was difficult to set up and it was potentially reflecting heat towards the gas canister, but for the weight of just few grams it did a good enough job. In my last video I talked about my dual pad sleep system. In October I got new underpad from AliExpress that is just perfect dimensions, so there was no need to cut it to size with the scissors. Plus it's much softer and much more comfortable, weighing 100 grams, so the same as the old one. Not a huge upgrade, but gave me a bit of extra comfort when camping. In the summer I used this merino wool layer to keep me warm. It did its job, but in October the temperatures were going down to 5 degrees Celsius. And this was just not warm enough. I couldn't find a thicker layer to replace it. So I just got a second-hand merino wool jumper from a thrift store. It cost me just 10 euros. This was for sure money well spent. Also I got on sale another great Devold Merino t-shirt, plus merino long johns. Those were just perfect as an extra layer when sleeping to keep me nice and warm in my tent at night. I also got those short merino wool socks, also for sleeping. So as you can see, my merino wool collection is expanding rapidly. In October I took with me my Decathlon silk sleeping bag liner, but I actually end up not using it. I feel that it didn't add extra warmth, and the merino base layer I wore at night kept my sleeping bag clean. Next change to my sleep system was replacing C2 Summit inflatable pillow with this mesh bag, simply stuffed with clothes. This change improved quality of my sleep dramatically. For me, this solution is much closer to regular pillow, and it doesn't feel like rubber balloon that I have to chase the whole night. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you found all those information useful. Please like this video, comment if you have any questions about any particular gear. If you would like me to do a gear review, also please write below. Please subscribe for future videos and see you in the next one. Take care.